Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In previous video, we discussed the features of the option chain of LOC calculator part 2. In this video, we will continue discussion and explore the upcoming features which are covered in the part 3. Unlike other option chains such as NSE or most broker platform where customization is very limited. So this option chain gives you all the flexibility to personalize the layout according to your preferences. To customize, I go to the strike price column and you will see a button labeled strike at the top. Once you click on it, a floating window will open. Inside that window, you can rearrange the columns as per your requirement. For example, if you want the LTP column to appear first, simply drag it to the top position. After arranging the columns where you prefer, click save and the layout will remain set accordingly. Alright. Similarly, you can customize every column based on a trading convenience, whether it's OI, volume, change in OI or any other data field. This level of flexibility ensures that your screen displays exactly what matters most to help you to trade more efficiently and comfortably. So just above the strike button, you will see an option labeled DV, which stands for demand value. This feature can be used as an additional confirmation tool to improve trade accuracy. Demand weather can be either positive or negative depending on the market positioning. Where the DV is between 0 to 90, it is generally treated as neutral or inactive. That means there is no strong demand signal for the system. However, when DV moves above the 90 and you simultaneously receive a bullish rate setup, it acts as an extra layer of confirmation that indicates strong demand behind the support and the move, the increasing probability of the trade. Similarly, during the bearish setups, if the value drops to or below 90, it supports the bearish and strengthens the trade conviction. On the other hand, if you are planning a bullish trade while DV is already below minus 90, it signals elevated risk. In such cases, the trade becomes comparatively risky because the underlying demand structure does not support the bullish direction. In short, demand value helps traders assess whether momentum and position are aligned with the trade direction, thereby improving accuracy and risk management. Okay, so now moving towards the next. To access the option chain filters, you go to the top right corner of the screen and then click on this option chain filters and the option chain filter panel will get open. The first section you will see is related to F level and S level type. So where you will find these two options, dynamic level and static levels. So if you want your S levels to be calculated in real time according to the Greeks and continuously update with market movement, you should select dynamic levels. Okay. On the other hand, if you prefer fixed levels that remains constant, you can choose static levels. You will get an option to choose the specific time from which you want to levels to remain fixed. By default, this time it is set to in statics level. By default, this time is selected to 9:30 am, but you can adjust it accordingly to your preferences. Okay, You can adjust it to your trading preferences either early or later depending on a strategy. Alright, the next feature we are having here is strike below ATMs and strike after ATM. This features allows you to control how many strikes above or below the ATM. That means at the money strike you want to view in the option chain. Okay, so for an example, if you want to analyze a limited number of strikes around the ATM, so it says 10 strikes above and 10 strikes below. You can set it accordingly. By default, this value is set to 10, but you can increase it, okay, and also you can decrease it, okay. You can decrease it according based on your trading style. If you prefer a focused view for quick intraday decisions, you may keep fewer strikes visible. If you want a broader market perspective, you can expand the range. So this filters helps reduce unnecessarily clutter and ensures that you see only the most relevant strikes around the current market price. So coming towards the next, the third filter is uh, add future filter. So by default it is set to 1, which means the option chain displays first month current future price. If you want to view the second month future price within the option chain, you can simply change the value to second, or similarly if you wish to track the third month futures contract, you can set it to 3. These filters allow traders to monitor different futures expiry directly within the option chain, helping them align option strategies with the appropriate futures contract and overall market structure. So now the fourth filter is rounding Greeks. This setting controls how many digits appear after the decimal point in Greeks value. By default it is set to 2. It means the Greeks will display up to 2 decimal places. However, you can increase, okay, you can increase or you can decrease the number. You can increase or you can decrease the number on your depending of your precision to prefer. If you want to a cleaner and simple view, you may keep fewer decimal places. If you want require more detailed analysis, you can increase the decimal precision. This features allows traders to customize the data presentation based on the analytical needs. So similarly, there is a separate setting for rounding gamma and rounding percentage. The rounding gamma option controls how many decimal places are shown specifically on the gamma value. Okay, on the gamma value by default it is set to 4, allowing for higher precision since gamma often requires more detailed observation. So next is rounding percentage, which determines the number of decimals places displayed for percentage based values. Alright, this is set by 2 default, but you can adjust it according to your preferences. These rounding settings help maintain clarity while still giving you the level of precision required for accurate analysis. So coming towards the next, in the same way, there is the additional rounding filters available for S level, F level and LTP level. Okay, S levels, F levels and LTP levels. The S level and F level rounding is set by 0 by default, which means these levels are displayed without decimal values for a cleaner and more practical view. On the other hand, the LTP level rounding is set to 1, allowing one decimal place to be shown. This provides, see here. So this provides a balanced level of precision while keeping the display simple and readable. Alright, so just like other rounding settings, these can also be adjusted according to your preferences, helping to maintain the ideal balance between clarity and precision in your analysis. So the next feature is the highlights. By default it is set to 1. This setting highlights the strike that is building up significantly relative to the 100% volume strike. Specifically, if any strike reaches more than 75 of the highest volume, it gets highlighted in yellow color. Make it easy to spot emerging strength. However, you can modify this setting to 2 or 3. Okay, so we adjusted multiple strikes that exceed 75%, so there will be highlighted simultaneously. So this features helps traders quickly identify strong volume buildups without manually scanning the entire option chain, making decision making faster and more efficient. In the previous video we already discussed about the change in volume and change in OI, but let me briefly explain it again for the clarity. This feature option shows how much volume or open interest has to be added, okay, has to be added or reduced with a specific time interval. In the other words, it helps you to track how quickly positions are building up and unbinding over time. The best part is that this interval is fully customizable. You can adjust the time frame also according to your trading style, whether a preference short intervals or slightly longer ones for intraday analysis. So this flexibility allows traders to monitor momentum shifts and accurately and make better informed trading decisions. So the next filter is PX sizing and PY sizing. So this features allows you to adjust the all over display size of the option chain. PX sizing controls the horizontal scaling, meaning it adjusts the width and the spacing of the columns. Okay, so PY sizing controls the vertical scaling, means it adjusts the height and spacing between the rows. Okay, by increasing or by decreasing these values, you can make the numbers and larger or smaller layout according to your screen sizing and viewing comfort. So this helps traders optimize the option chain based on their device, ensuring better readability and more comfortable trading experiences. So uh, by default there is third filter in is the add future filter. Okay, by default it is set to 1, which means the option chain displays the current month future contract. You can change the value to 2, or similarly if you want to monitor to 3, so you can set it to 3. However, sometimes even after enabling future 1 2 3, the future prices may not show, okay, may not appear in the option chain. This happens because there is a separate future price on off button available at the bottom. Okay, so you must first turn on for the selected future prices to be displayed. So we will discuss all the buttons in details in the upcoming video, but it was important to clarify to avoid this. Okay, and so with this, the topic of option chain filters is now complete. In the next video we will discuss the multi-strike graph in detail, and until then, stay connected. Okay, so if you found this video informative and valuable, please make sure to like, subscribe and share the video. Thank you for watching.